Yeah, I thought we really showed some grit again, especially late in the game offensively. And it wasn't just her to get the big hit to finish the game, but there's a lot of people that had to kind of set the table before that to get the bat into her hands. But by her to come through in those pressure situations like that doesn't surprise me at all. That's kind of just what she does. It's like the bigger the moment, the better she is. Yeah, that was crazy. I don't know if I've seen a weekend like that.
In that first game, it seemed like you were having to waver on. No, 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 keep going. We got this one. Keep running in there. What was that conversation like there?
Yes, yeah, yeah. She was just so excited that she had that big hit that, I mean, I was excited and pumped. I think the ball got away or whatever, and she ended up breaking a little late for home, but we scored, and, it's just what a fun game that was. She's the only one fast enough to be able to pause at third base for a little bit and still score on a ball all the way to the fence. So, yeah, just a ton of credit for her to come through in those big situations. That was fun.
Sorry. What do you think when it comes to, having one walk off is one thing, but having two is a whole entire thing on its own. So what does that, mean? What does it say about her? What does it say about the team?
Just the grit and toughness that our team has, the refuse to lose mentality. I mean, I could just feel it. In the last two innings of that last game, like they were just focused. They were doing all the right stuff. Sometimes in those moments, teams get a little riled up and kind of almost get outside of themselves a little bit. Our team just did what they do. They just had some really good at bats at the plate. I mean, the wind was blowing out, so it's a day that there's going to be some offense put up. They put it up early, and we got a chance to put up some offense late.
Talk about, you kind of mentioned it with the resiliency because you were trailing both those games, came back in. It wasn't like you're down 2-1. I mean,
Right.
you guys had to battle over multiple innings to keep chipping away there, just the resilience of your team.
Yeah, I mean, to have some of those larger deficits, again, I think it's good sometimes in a season to have that happen and to be able to overcome it. But to be able to do it twice in a weekend, that's kind of just crazy a little bit.
Long road trip to Silver City this weekend. What have you seen about Western New Mexico?
Yeah, I mean, they're a team. I think they played Angelo really tough this last weekend. They're a team we're going to have to come out and play really well against. I think we're at their place, so it's a long trip down there. We got to make sure we get some rest and are recharged and ready to go when it comes to game time. But it's one of those games that you got to come out, you got to play really well against. They've got some good athletes. They got some kids that are throwing the ball well. They're playing good defense. They can hit. We just got to come out and make sure we show up and play all 7 innings for all 3 games.
A little past the halfway point of the season here. How do you like where the team's at right now?
Yeah, I mean, we're in a good spot. We control our own destiny, which is always an ideal thing for you. At the same time, we got a lot of tough games coming up. Again, just starting this weekend. So we got to make sure that we take care of business and that we stay on track and that we're getting better every single day. Because I'm sure other teams that we're playing against, they're working hard and they're trying to get better. So we're in a good spot, but we got to keep going.
When you have 2 walk-offs like that, is there a post-series high that your girls are on and momentum changing, as far as the season goes going forward?
Absolutely. I mean, just in the actual moment, post games, you're drained. I mean, it's just so intense of a game, and so it takes so much energy to be able to come back and do all those things or whatever. I think after the game, you're excited, but then once that adrenaline wears off, you're like, man, I'm exhausted. But also having the confidence that we know that no matter what the score is, that we can come back. I think that's something we can take the momentum into the rest of the series.